Welcome back to Nest Studios. I'm your host, Birdtendo. Today we got a little package in the mail today. Whatever's inside, I'm not sure. I won't spoil anything. Oh yes, nothing like receiving mail from the United States Postal Service, who happens to get more privileges than us. I may have lost my box cutter, so I'm going to use my pair of crafting scissors today. I hope you guys appreciate this little setup I got here involving all my Transformers guys, my Pokemon, and of course my Mario Karts. They're off camera, but they're there, and they're doing okay, of course. I'm recording this before I head off to work today, as I got half an hour almost before I have to head off to work. Excuse me. I've recently been getting back into shape as well too. I am a little bit not myself physically, though my leg strength I feel is quite formidable. I really got to get my core and also my arms and my back into work as well too. My chest is developing quite well as well, so that's all good. From Diego to the Bay, as the late great Tupac Shakur would say. Oh, and the box is open. We got some bubble wrap and some more bubble wrap as well too. There's the second piece of bubble wrap right there. Some real strange things are going on indeed. Real strange things. Let's see what's inside this flat packaging of bubble wrap here. Whoa! Transformers Animated. A really popular series that managed to rekindle the franchise before it faded into the obscurity known as the Unicron Trilogy. I am probably going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but it's my personal opinion and I felt that it was quite obscure. Autobot Jazz, complete with instructions and a little cardboard flip-out that has the old Cartoon Network logo. Me as a Canadian, I did not have Cartoon Network. I had Teletoon and YTV though, so it's not the end of the world. And I guess this second piece of bubble wrap here just might have Jazz inside. As Bumblebee, my golden Bumblebee, is sprawled out in the corner. Pardon all the sprawled out Autobots there. My kittens love crawling up on there and just making their little hideout as per usual. You can see him right there. We're having a little throwback today, especially with Autobot Jazz. His vehicle mode is pretty sweet. It's a little sports car, and he's also part of the Elite Guard with Sentinel Prime, who is voiced by the guy who did the Tick and Ultra Magnus as well too. It rolls like it rolls? Oh yeah. This was my first Transformer. Again, I wasn't really into it at the moment. There's a little Crispy wondering what's going on. Those are nunchucks. Those are exhaust pipe nunchucks that Autobot Jazz holds dear to him, actually. I've also had another piece of Transformers animated merch. That was a Happy Meal Bumblebee toy as well, too. I mean, animated Bumblebee is probably my favorite of the Bumblebee chronological piece, whatever. Now you can hear some sounds of me transforming this guy into robot mode, which is pretty simple back in the day. It wasn't all flip open panels, remove joints, or whatever the case was with these new Transformers guys. They're more complex. I mean, back in the day it was simpler, of course. And TF Animated was part of the whole 2007 year, especially with the Transformers movie that debuted. It was a nice refreshment to phase out the obscurity known as the Unicron Trilogy. Yeah, I keep up with I don't watch the guy often, but he does a little bit of history on some of the Transformers like Rhinox, Optimus, and Soundwave as well. And, it's easy to transform this guy. All it takes is a little bit of patience and kindred spirit as well, too. as it is quite easy, despite the fact the packaging there says advanced. But this wasn't really advanced, though I did miss a few things, like the exhaust pipes are supposed to flip up, just kind of resemble rockets almost. But you know what? It's alright. It's quite alright with me. Those are the instructions right there. Pretty akin. I did, a long time ago, I did go to Dollarama one day, and I actually saw a Transformers animated Ratchet toy, but it was a knockoff. I felt like it was a big offense to my childhood right there. He has been long gone since, but I remember it. I remembered it. Ratchet was actually voiced by the same guy who did Shockwave in that show, and also in Generation 1 as well, too, when he voiced Shockwave. I mean, TF Animated pretty much brought back almost every single voice actor except for Peter Cullen. Prime's voice was, yes, David Kaye, who did Purple Dino Megatron from Beast Wars. Yeah, he was pretty cool. He was also in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Look at me talking about the holidays. It was a movie made for UNICEF back in the late 90s. I actually saw that as a kid, and it was actually not that bad. It was also really good for charity as well, too. That was nice. Not that I'm an avid supporter of them, but, you know, I think I'm struggling to get the nunchucks in them. What I did was I put it in a string first where the plastic is connected, and I just slotted it under there, so I don't have to because, I gotta be delicate with these things at first. Eventually I will rough them up a little bit, but the joints will always loosen up and be a little bit nicer to you. So yeah. I should have done this on camera. I was a little bit inexperienced at first when I made this video. I haven't been making videos in a while because I'm working hard at my workplace and I'm helping some guy out. So yeah, and Lil Spud's watching that new little Transformer buddy, Autobot Jazz. Look at him, man. That kind of brings all back also memories of the OG Ben 10. The newer series, I will give it did reprise that old title screen intro. Just the song itself. But yeah, it's awesome. Like, comment, sub. I'm Birdtendo. Peace out, y'all.